Hi everyone, how's everyone doing here today? Well, recently I just put out a video about the recent debate, which that in itself was pretty entertaining, but something specifically I overlooked, which I wanted to talk about, and it's not just something Kamala Harris brought up during the debate, but that others have brought out regarding Donald Trump and his relationship with foreign leaders. And the bottom line is, they don't respect him. They don't. Let's be honest in here. Like our allies and stuff, France, England, other countries, none of them respect them, okay? I have friends in foreign countries that I talk to on occasion, and even now, and even back then when he was the president, they all pretty much said the people in their country would react to Donald Trump in one of three ways. They were either laughing, shaking their head, or rolling their eyes. They did not have respect for him. You know who did seem to, or at least in a one-sided way, that had respect for him was dictators like Vladimir Putin, like Kim Jong-un and everything, because, Trump sees Vladimir Putin as a strong leader, and, Kim Jong-un, he writes some pretty love letters. Pardon some of the background noise. But something like I saw on some independent media, like the Young Turks with Cenk Uygur, and like I said, at the debate is Putin and Kim Jong-un and either like Viktor Orban, they want to see Trump win against Kamala Harris. Let's be real about that, okay? The question is, why? And, well, the main reason is simple. They can easily manipulate him. For all you MAGA out there who think Trump is some strong leader and everything, the bottom line is they can easily manipulate Donald Trump. And how? It's like when they walk around and they say, some of the dogs are getting restless. Anyhow, like I was saying, all they have to do is just go up to him and say, oh, Trump is really a great guy, like say nice things about him, compliment him, be nice to him. And then you see later in a speech, like the one where he first met Vladimir Putin, he says like, Vladimir Putin was so nice to me, he was so friendly and everything, and all these things, that to the point where Donald Trump likes it when people flatter him. Now, obviously, like Putin and Kim Jong-un aren't necessarily kissing his ass. They're just being nice to him as a way to get him on their side. And it works, as you can see in recent interviews. Donald Trump says his words that when he wins, Vladimir Putin can do whatever he wants. That's how he would deal with Ukraine. He's not going to take Zelensky's side. And guess what? When Putin sets his side on other countries like Poland and other allies within Europe, what's Donald Trump going to do? Nothing. Because to him, Vladimir Putin is a strong leader who said some really nice things about him and everything. Same thing with Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un would be like, great, Trump's the president? Good. Now he can go on with nuclear testing and everything and maybe do some other stuff. Viktor Orban, okay? He's another one. So the simple truth is, this is how easily they can manipulate Donald Trump. This is how easily they can control him. And what's worse, in Donald's point of view, it's like he's the strong person. He's the person, not them. They're just people who are really nice to him, when in fact, he's the one that is being played. So, we see how Donald Trump reacts in the presence of a strong woman. A former prosecutor and a woman of color. He folded. He crushed her at that debate. So my question is this. Donald Trump in his mind probably thinks Kamala Harris can't stand up to these dictators. Okay. You cannot beat Kamala Harris in a debate. You cannot stand up to Kamala Harris. Your only real attacks are just fear-mongering, lying, bashing her about her identity, using racism against her, and just spreading a lot of bogus propaganda from the border to, Haitians eating pets to, late-term abortions. All of those are lies. That's the only thing you've got against Kamala Harris. And you see how easily they can be debunked and how they fall flat, especially when you got commentators there calling you out on it. So, if you cannot stand up to Kamala Harris, who is only currently a VP, never been president before, you're a former president, how could you ever possibly stand up to somebody like Vladimir Putin, who towers over you? How could you possibly ever, do anything to stop Kim Jong-un from doing something wicked if he chooses to do so? What about Gaza? What are you going to do against Netanyahu? You're going to be able to, stop the conflict in Gaza, free the hostages and everything? You think you can negotiate that? You can't even stand up to Harris. You can't even stand up to Putin. They can easily manipulate you. They pretty much own you. They want you to win because of that, because they know they can get things out of you. You're not a strong leader. If anything, you're just a weak puppet in their eyes. Oh, they'll always be nice to you. They'll say complimentary things, but that's part of their methodology as far as getting you under their control. You cannot stand up to them. You cannot stand up to Kamala Harris. So how can we expect you to stand up for the American people when push comes to shove? How can we expect you to do the right thing by us? You can't. You won't. Because like he said, you just want to be a dictator yourself. Day one, his words. You just want to go after, use the presidency to go after political opponents. So you're only interested in revenge, not serving the American people, and not standing up for American values. Putin and other dictators can easily manipulate you to do whatever you want, including something like, hey, you know what, maybe you can give us some of your secrets, and in return, we'll help you out with your presidency. Oh, I could see Donald Trump betraying America in a heartbeat. You don't? I'm just speculating, of course, but you're seeing it out there. And I'm not the only one that's seeing it. I'm not the only one that sees it. Plenty of others see it, especially Kamala Harris. So, keep that in the back of your mind, MAGA, when you prance around saying Donald Trump's a strong leader. No, he isn't. Quite the opposite. He is about as weak, as inept, and as ineffective as can be. You don't believe me? Ask Melania. So, I know, that was a cheap shot, but he had it coming. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand.